what do we mean by conscious experience? That unfolds over various levels of complexity. The most basic definition that I align myself with, but which also does seem to be quite universally accepted nowadays, is the definition given by Thomas Nagel, a philosopher, who wrote a famous article with the wonderful title, "What is it like to be a bat?" That was in 1974. And that phrase, "what is it like?" The to be conscious is for there to be something it is like to experience your perceptions or your cognitions. So that's a very rudimentary definition. It just means that there is a phenomenal qualitative feel to your processing of information. Think about it. I've said to you already that we can perceive and learn without consciousness being attached to the processes. The same applies to this computer we're busy communicating via. Clearly, it's perceiving. And as you know, our computers have memory functions. Even our phones have this functionality. Our phones can take photographs where they recognize faces and all of that. So the fact that there is something it is like to do all of that, that's the conscious bit of it. Now, I for reasons that no doubt we'll get to, believe that the most rudimentary form of consciousness is simply raw feeling, in the sense of affects like feeling too hot, feeling thirsty, feeling pain, feeling sleepiness. This registering the state of your body so that it feels like something to be in these states. Those raw affective states, I think, is the most basic form of consciousness. And as I said, I'd be very happy to explain why. But then secondly, a second level of complexity is it's not just a matter of I feel like this, it's that I feel like this about that. So it's an application of your feeling to the context which is producing it, so that you become aware of what is making you feel this way and what the consequences are of your acting on that environment that's making you feel this way. So that's a sort of second level. You might think of the first level as sort of first-person consciousness. It's just me-ness, just being. Then it's being in a world. So that's second-person sort of perspective. A differentiation between subject and object. And then there's a third level, which goes by various names. Probably the most widely used term is reflective consciousness, although some people speak of access consciousness. And that is the ability to transcend your own egocentric perspective and to look back upon yourself as an object. So in other words, to put yourself in the shoes of the object and to look back upon yourself objectively. This is what we mean by reflective consciousness. And that's a third person point of view. And us human beings, most of our consciousness goes on up there. You know, it's a higher order form of consciousness. So many people, when they use the word consciousness, they mean that. But I think that a great deal is to be gained if we break it down to its more fundamental form, if we're wanting to understand at a basic level what is consciousness in the first place, and how does it work, why did it evolve, what does it do, and that's been my main focus.